This is Balanced Brew, and today's episode 15 of my my goodness gracious, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness playthrough. We should be not too far from the end, I hope. While I have enjoyed it, I've decided I'm giving up on getting all the Shadow Pokemon. I just want to complete the game. There'll be a couple games that I will do completion for, but this one's not one that I need to. I don't think. I think I will do all the little puzzle challenges. Today's brew, if you could hear that nice crisp pop-off. It's not pop-off, it is Core's Banquet again. Toothless still being out of the country. Hope she's having a good time. I'm going to have to get in all the Core's Banquet drinking I can. Take out the shuckle. Gotta get the shuckle. Miss Bella. You know what? And I'll even let you know a little secret now. I'm gonna cheat. Bella. This is 33. Here we go. CD32 XD Gale Darkness. Yeah, I am shameless. I am shameless. I don't care. Okay. All right. So what we're doing is I would have never gotten this one. Never. Okay. Oh, weird. I shouldn't kill it. I haven't seen him. Okay. Shedinja. Dead. Now we want to send out Aggron. Protect. Dust collapse. Counter. Alright. Shad, welcome, welcome. Ahugo Pokemans. Yep. Shad will be filling in for Toothless today. She's currently in jolly old England. Getting to see her. There's that. This one I cheated on, Chad. I just there's no way in hell I'd have got it. Fourth turn. Protect with Dusclops. And then dude, you and I together for 3 hours in a whiteboard could not figure this shit out. You basically have to figure out a way to get a move that's super effective against Shedinja. Shedinja only has 1 health, but it can only be damaged by super effective moves. It's a fucking nightmare. Because I think they convince you that Shuckle's the problem and he's not. Shadow Ball. So that's why we had to get Shadow Ball. Yeah, some of these puzzles are fucking crazy. There's a couple other games on the GameCube where I look back at that and I'm like, a grown-ass man couldn't figure that shit out. I'm not sure what GameCube game's going to be next, or maybe I'll switch off the system for a little bit and maybe do some Switch or other such stuff. I might do Switch. I don't know. You know what, Shad? You're a good guy to bounce that idea off of. Because I'm going to do one PC game on Wednesdays and one Elgato game on Mondays. I'm going to read off my list to you and see what you think here. See what you think here. Pick Shad's brain a little bit. So, let's see. We've completed XT and New Vegas. By the time this is done, then we're going to want to. So, for Mondays, the options are, well, for Switch, so I'm thinking in general, for Thursdays, I might do Wrath of the Righteous and just finally finish that, which I think I should because I didn't before. For Switch, I'm thinking we do our Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl lineup, but I want to do that when you and I get slow, and you and I are currently so busy that that's probably not going to happen. So I might do for GameCube. Well, no, all of them are packed up. So basically for... I'm thinking either one of my Sonics, which I think would be fun. Spyro. Or maybe Pokemon Fire Red. I don't know. So I'm already into that and I need to beat that one before, and I'm so far behind. And then for Thursdays, I think the next one's going to be the Wrath of the Righteous or hi, Miss Bella. I think I have to do Wrath of the Righteous, or I think Wrath of the Righteous has to be it. The game's over. Mondays will be Spyro then. Allie had the similar response. Although I'm going to say right now, I might not do the flying levels, or I may just save them for the end, and you watch me just crash out and lose my fucking mind on the Penguin Commander flying levels. They're not as hard as the original Spyro games. I have Spyro, I believe it's called the Hero's Tale. It's not as bad as the originals, But boy, is it way too fucking hard for a kid's game. I'll tell you that right now. Those flying levels in any of the Spyros are nightmares. Dude, the original, because it's like inverted. Yeah, the originals, you're almost better off beating the whole game and then saving all the flying levels for the end. So you just get really good at that. Because any controls you do, it's just so counterintuitive. I mean, oh my god, it's pissing me off thinking about these. It's genuinely pissing me off thinking about these flying levels right now. Allie and I stopped playing that game right around the time that we got to that first flying level. I will eventually get the Crash Bandicoots and do that. I'm going to redo SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom because I want to play through all the SpongeBob games. Bar Lights, Camera, Pants, because that's just too hard. Here's Mirror B. I'm a B. I mean, alright, that backflip is pretty cool. I like Mirror B. He just reminds me of when Scooby and Shaggy dress up to infiltrate the villains bar in Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. That's just what he reminds me of. What is it? Shaggy's name's like MC McCrawley or something like that. Then they all dance in the bar after that. To thank you for letting me be myself again. Scooby gets hit on by a woman. Alright. Let's do that. Fury Swipes. You might be able to. I think Fury Swipes is going to go better than Crash Bandicoot. Might be one that I do on this. And I think I could maybe 100% those ones, you know. I have fun with the crashes. I don't normally flip out and get like. I don't spaz. Well, I don't normally spaz. Think of what else could do on GameCube. I'll have to pull up the games and just go through a list and let. Yeah, I'll do the Spyro, but that one actually shouldn't take long. I'll start streaming longer for like 3-4 hours each time in the off season. Let's just wipe out whoever this top guy is. Lombre's really not hurting anybody. Now that we got Big Boy Ursula. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. It was just lots of fun, pleasing sounds in Crash Bandicoot. Watch it be Voltorb and then my electric shock's completely fucking useless. Oh, it's a nose patch. Still probably pretty useless if I remember correctly, but... Shadow Pokemon. Sick. I'm trying to think of other GameCube games I had. I had the Madagascar game at one point in time. Never beat that. I used to have the Finding Nemo game, which is incredibly hard. I had one of the burnouts for it. I think I had a Need for Speed as well, if I remember correctly. Bella's still being defiant, not getting into fish. would be about the only thing she's good at. And even then, that thing's so fucking tanky, it doesn't matter. Gonna switch her for... And then let's just get rid of Lombre and catch this shit right back up. I definitely want to do the Sonics, because I've never beaten... I've come close to beating the one. Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. Adventure Battle DX Director's Cut. But there's like 6 or 7 different characters you can play in that. Adventure Battle 2, you can only play as Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, alternating levels, and Shadow, Rouge the Bat, and Eggman. Sonic and Shadow, Rouge and Knuckles, and Eggman and Tails being counterparts, basically being the exact same thing. The 3D ones on the GameCube are pretty tight. Pretty tight. Those Sonic games are fun. They have some of the best soundtracks I've ever heard as well. Plus, you get to raise your little Chow in the garden, little Chow gardens. And I think it's Chow. I think it's. Is it XD1? That you can. No, it's XD2, Adventure Battle 2, that you can train them to fight karate. They do Chow karate tournaments. And 1, I think, is where they just do like the races and stuff. You give them like different animals you collect out of the robots and stuff. And basically give the child like animal body parts. Unfortunately, by throwing them at walls and stuff, you can turn them Shadow Chow. Or just feeding them dark foods, but anybody got money for that? My favorite are the Rouge and the Knuckles levels in those are like you're searching a whole map trying to find 3 Chaos Emerald pieces. They're incredibly hard, but really fun. There's a Pumpkin Hill, I believe, is the map for Knuckles, where you're flying around between these different pumpkin water towers and like a mountains, where it's like all Halloween themed. It's incredibly cool. And then there's a Prison Break episode where Eggman frees Shadow that's pretty sick as well. Like a lot of the GameCube's just burnt into my mind. Talk to everybody. Alright, let's see. Factory. Mass-produced Shadow Pokemon. Holy shit. Come back. Oh my god, you can't just let me do the thing where sick beat going on. Oh yeah, I wish I could hear it. Go beat Team Snag'em's ass. Yeah, they stole my shit. Team Snag'em's the team that we that features heavily in the first one. I think Cypher does as well, but. Okay. Alright, Willie. You gonna heal my Pokemon up, or are you a piece of shit? Yeah, I think if I pull my headphones out of my PC, I can plug them directly into the Elgato to hear, but I genuinely don't want to mess anything up. So for now, I'm basically just audioless. Yeah, I remember all the song. This game's got some sick soundtracks. I'm just surprised they never released. I don't believe they ever released a Dragon Quest game for the GameCube. I could be mistaken, but it feels like an incredibly missed opportunity. they did. I'm just a fake fan, you know? Ah, it was so many exclusivity deals that shifted that. Alright. Psychic. No, I meant to use Brick Break. Not Feint Attack, but alright. Yeah, I cannot hear the audio. Well, I wish I could. Although I still remember a lot of the Pokemon sounds in this are some of my favorite as well. All the different noises they each make. Oh, wow, what the fuck was that? Caught up my leg. Well, was it worth it, Mr. Ant? Fucking dead now. God, that's... Ugh. I hate that. Break. There we go. Excited. I need to do, honestly, I need to work Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince in. It's actually one I got on here as well as Switch because it doesn't run the best on Switch. And I've had it forever on there. But also it was like $8 or $9 on the Steam sale. So I was like, I might as well just have it on the PC so it'll run the best it possibly can. That one's going to take a little while. So I might work that one in after Spyro. Because there's another one coming out sometime in the next couple of years. So I'd like to get it done. Need to heal. Miss Bella, what are you doing down there? What you doing? Why do you not just get into Fish? I don't know either. It breaks my heart, Miss Bella. Breaks my heart. Well, I'm sorry. Your apologies can't mend my broken bone. My broken bones. You know, my chest is caved in. My heart's exploded from sadness. And you're just gonna walk away. All right. Well, appreciate that, Miss Bella. Hello, Miss Bella. I appreciate that you're coming over to let me love on you, but I don't appreciate that it's not in the fish. I kind of thought we had a whole contract worked out, you know? I was even fine that you're non-union. That was okay with me, you know? I know you don't support the unions. You're a monster, but... Future is safe. I wonder who that guy is. I don't know because I haven't played the first game. I imagine a character important to that. I don't really need that Togepi either, so. Which of these will allow me to heal the fastest? It is Phoenix Hit. Miss Bella, I know you're just acting out because you miss Toothless. It's fine. I know. It was cute. Bella was laying in her spot in bed. She seemed very sad. I need to go in and change that so I can hear my, Oh. I might be able to change that on here. Oh my god, I just had to click the headphones button at the bottom of my OBS and now I can hear the game. Wow. If only I'd investigated that just a little bit harder than this. Damn. Yeah. Since the new update, there's just a little headphones thing at the bottom, and I noticed that and clicked it. Now I can. I'll say this, for most of the time I've been streaming before I updated, that wasn't down there, and it didn't look like that. So I will defend myself on that. Laugh it up, Shad. Laugh it up. I'll say something next time you join a group on Discord and you're using your desktop audio instead of your mic. Test me. Test me, boy. Oh. Let's beat this bald guy's ass. No, we keep her out. No, we don't. That's a dark type. No, we do not. This is who we want. Dark type. And we'll switch him to... No, Yeah. To be fair, that's the only technological blind spot you have. You literally exceed me in every single piece of technology. Let me rephrase that. In like technical, highly detailed technology, I think I've got you beaten archaic and esoteric forms of technology. Let's Ice Beam Murkrow. Let's just see what this does. Golbat. This is pre-Crobat, so. Pre-Crobat. Absolutely whacked him. I think she's still got like 4 levels to go for Gardevoir. Maybe more. I can't quite recall. Yeah, that Absol is definitely who we want to... no. We can maybe get a good type. This shouldn't kill Absol. Should be close to half. Alright, that was definitely better than anticipated. Oh, damn. Yeah, I forgot Absol being a single stage is relatively tough. I always liked Absol. I'm sure every... Yeah, I mean, they just had such a Linkin Park phase about him, you know? A Linkin Park thing about him, you know? We need to take Absol down. I don't know if they're quite industry plant level. Because I believe... I want to say Absol is Gen... maybe Gen 2? But I think it's Gen 3. And I think Gen 3 had so many cool Pokemon that, like... let's see. Gen 3, yeah. So I think it's in the Jirachi movie, maybe?
Beat Baldy's ass. No. Jackhole, I'm not gonna join you. I mean, if you beat me, maybe, but still no. Alright, keep all our non-level 30s. Once they get to level 30, we can kind of spread the love around a little bit. Alright. I think the previous hero in the game before this defeated these clowns. And that's why their base is a shithole. I just wish I got more into single stages. I can't get behind a Pokemon that doesn't evolve. It always loses me with that. I don't like Pokemon that don't evolve. Like, I don't even really use legendaries for the most part. I used to as a kid, but like the way I plan out teams now, I try to get as many non-legendaries. At least a double stage. Set a reminder for something for tomorrow. Was gonna say groceries, but I do not need to get groceries. I will be leaving here in about a week. I'm gonna go potty real quick. Yes, I call it potty like a child. Back. Dustox. I do like the design of Dustox, even though bug Pokemon suck. Although, of course, two of my favorite, one of the few mythical, I guess technically a mythical, I like Genesect. And I really like, I guess technically I think also a mythical, Larvana into whatever the fire moth is. I really like them, but they are 2-stage, so I will use them in a playthrough because they're a multiple stage. Miss Bella, do not claw me. I am your father. Do not claw me. Alright, hopefully we can wipe Coolfish before... Ah, shit. Alright, well, that's probably not good. Not terrible, Miss Bella, not terrible. Who evolved, or who leveled up? Demeter, oh hell yeah. I'll take the XP share off of them. Believe are they bug and ground? No, it must not be, because I don't think that would have been super effective if so. Thank you for the kisses, Miss Bella. I appreciate that as making up for the fact that you stabbed me with your claws. Alright, let's take that. Okay, don't care about the shadow Pokemon right now. What do you mean I have no room for it? Do I have a max inventory space? 'Cause that's dumb as hell. Item give. We're gonna give them. Not black glasses. We'll give them the focus band. We're gonna give them Mystic Water. I don't have any rock type moves. Alright, well I guess I'll take that then. I do really dig the soundtrack. Let's go back to the ground level. I wish it would tell me what the TM was called. Psychic. Alright, well we already have that. Do not care yet. Let's go up the stairs then. Let's keep going up. Two revives, tight. Alright, we'll go fight a loser then. We gotta look over here. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Sorry for the indecisiveness. I do not like to lose shit in these games. Biden? Haha! We got a little Sleepy Joe in here. No, Biden's hilarious. It's funny to think that, like, they were just picking random names. Oh, wait, this isn't pre-Crobat. Oh! I always thought Crobat was a Gen 4. Hold on. Gen 2 was Crobat? Really? Man, you know what? I fucked that up. I didn't know that. Wow, I would have guessed 4 along with like all the other... Huh. That's... You know what? I'm glad that I got that wrong. That's super cool. Crobat does not look very cool. Biden Blast. I mean, come on, guys. Why do you not at least have, like, a Gloom by now, you know? I do like Torkoal for being a single stage. I just wish there was, like, a tiny turtle. Really? Held on with the 1, huh? Huh, alright. And then we'll switch Torkoal out and just let them not have a turn. Also, why does can't believe I got that wrong. Wow, Gen 2. You know what? I don't know as much about the Gen 2 games because I've only played the Gen 4 remakes, so maybe that's why I was thinking. And those Gen 4 the Gen 2 remakes and Gen 4 Heart Gold and Soul Silver are fucking hard. Literally cannot fuck around with any Pokemon on your team that is not going to be there in the finals. It's wild. Yeah, grinding in that game sucks. There's no spots to grind. Absolute lunacy. Yeah, I guess because we knocked one out then. Blossom, I think, is one of the few evolutions that loses a dual typing. Like, goes from dual to single, if the only? Like, a lot of them will go from dual to another dual or single to a dual, but I'm pretty sure Blossom might be the only that... No, it and Polly Toad, I want to say, might be the only ones. If I remember correctly, I believe Politoed as well. Oh. Oh shit, Shad, you took Hallie out for her birthday. Did I miss Hallie's birthday? Tell Hallie I said happy birthday. I am so sorry if I forgot that.
I'll be back. I'm getting dinner.
Huh?
So I'll be back. I'm getting dinner.
Oh, alright. You're fine to shut her in here if you want. Now she'll have a problem with being locked in here.
It's okay, Miss Bell.
Oh, okay. Well, Miss Bella, you're fine. Alright, here we go. Whoa, it's a big Baldy. With a Crobat level mustache. Oh, well, somebody finally has a Gloom. Uncle Mason's just going to get dinner. You're fine. Let's just wipe this original round of guys. Mantine. Okay, it's good that we didn't double up. That would have sucked. Alright, we're going to Psychic Mantine and Flamethrower Fortress. Ah, Grumpig.
Good old Grumpig, Miss Bella. Call you a little Grumpig when you don't get your treats.
Yeah, I figured that was coming. No need to hard counter because I gotta guess what's next. So I'm actually just gonna send out. Alright, well that didn't do shit. Cool. Shockwave. Guess we can do water gun on Grumpig. Oh, Miss Bella was random. I leave cartoons and stuff on her and it randomly replayed to the new Looney Tunes cartoons. They try to make like the old ones. Well, Elmer Fudd has an axe instead of a gun. Alright, water didn't really do anything.
Miss Bella, why do you look angry?
Why do you look angry, my child? Okay, I forgot Bite. If it is a psychic type, then woke Looney Tunes. Yeah, it's crazy. Also, it's one of those where it's like, if you're gonna get rid of the gun, I don't feel like an axe is a better alternative. Like, I'd have probably just gone away from, like, weapons in general, but... Just come on guys. It's not a better alternative. No, that's the thing that kills me. It's like, if you're gonna get rid of the gun, I agree, but like, it's like my dad and I and Joni went and watched the new Jackass movie. One of the stunts they couldn't show before on TV was because it was too imitatable, and it was just Knoxville rolling down concrete steps in a box. So I have to fight two of you back to back. This is kind of bullshit. You've got a mustache like the Monarch from fucking Venture Brothers. The Monarch! Yeah! Okay, you're getting switched for Colchis. And then the dark type should take a little bit of extra damage from that. That being a fighting type move. There, oh, cool. Alright. Never mind. This is pre-stat split. For moves. So it's post like the actual stat split, but it's pre-moves, I believe. So all moves of one type or another are either special or attack. I don't believe there's any separation. Okay, yeah, no, forgot. Wouldn't have done shit. Cool. Not very effective either. Well, shit. Ah, you're so bullshit. God, I hate sleep powder. Let's just see if Thundershark does more. We'll switch old big country back in. Oh, thank goodness his attack missed. That would have sucked. Guess we can use Brick Break on Electrode and hope that does something. Nope, all it did was get us paralyzed. Cool. Damn, the punch might have done more. That wasn't too bad. You're such a dickhead. Switch him Poseidon. And then we gotta try to get Electrode. Just don't hit. Alright, perfect. We're good then. Alright, that's kind of bullshit, but whatever. Wish Cash. Fuck me. Okay, that's what I thought. Ice is good. So now we're just going to take one attack this turn. Rest? I don't know how I feel about that. Fuck, that sucks. Skarmory, yeah, that... If it hits Vaporeon, then we're good. Ah, shit. Alright, well. It's not? Okay. Wasn't the worst thing in the world. Shit. Alright, well. Okay, alright, hold on. Nah. Swift attacks both. Forgot about that, Miss Bella. That's, damn. Yeah, Demeter's the right choice. A freeze would have been cool. Damn. It's fast asleep. Alright. Yeah. Fair enough. Double hyper beams? Alright, that's bullshit. Okay, so Skarmory's gonna be on arrest. Wishcash had to recharge. So Psychic. There we go. Okay, that worked out good. Skarmory can't attack this turn because of the Hyper Beam. It's fine. It was kind of more so for the idea if there's an odd chance it can... You know what? Here we go. Yeah, I think the flying probably offsets that a little bit. Ooh. Yeah, damn. Fuck, buddy, that's rough. Do I think it's special or it's regular defense are going to be better? Okay. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, the AI just gave us that one, basically for free, because by all accounts, you should have picked Curlia for that. I think it would have melted us like a hot knife through warm butter. Nua! A win is a win. Oh, that's right. Here we go. We're gonna clear this base and then that'll be the end of this. But basically, we beat the shit out of them and they hope that we just fuck Cypher up. Okay, so they just want us to take out their direct competitor. Alright. I mean, I respect it. Can't say I don't respect being evil, but also practicality, you know? Like, there's being evil and there's just good business. We need to go heal real quick. Once we get Curlia to evolve, I can pinch them to bring out Vaporeon again. We can just rock that. But alright. Let's just farm these dorks for XP and then we'll be out of here. Psychic. Feint attack. This feint attack should do decent damage. Alright. Yeah, I shouldn't have bet on a one hit, but...
Here we go, level 30. Good old Mr. Pelipper. Just need to Ember Giraffe-a-rig. Machoke? Okay, we can psychic them out. I do not like the look of that Machoke skin. Okay, we got Cerberus leveled up. Feint attack to 60. Yeah, we'll do Bite, because I want that flinch chance. And I think we'll replace it with Crunch eventually. Psychic may be effective against fighting, but... But also, lighting someone on fire will probably always be pretty effective. So it is 30. Cool. Hell yeah. Da, 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 da. Now let's look at the old stats. Special attack 88. Now instantly better than all the rest. Cool. Now let's focus on getting these two up to 30 and we should be good. Alright. Janoke. Kecleon and Apom. Apom always kind of freaked me out. Let's just get rid of Kecleon and his color change bullshit. Although I guess hitting him with the fire and then the water probably would have been a good way to do that. Because I think he would have changed his typing to whatever hit him last, but... Tickle? My attack rises when I get tickled. So I don't know if that's an accurate measurement of... anything, really. My goodness gracious. Should not be this tired already, Miss Bella. Yanma. I do love me some Yanma. I always try to snag one in Soul Silver. Just think it's the route south of like the Poke Dome, like Athletic Center or whatever bullshit. Wow, we've just let half his team not attack for... the entire match. We sure showed them, Miss Bella. Now you can't even beat a kid, that's right. Pussy. I don't care about Mirror B. One PP up. Man, might need one of those in about 20 years. But if I've made that joke, I'm sorry. But I'm also not sorry. Eat me. Huh. Hashtag sorry, not sorry to all the haters. They did have to make bug types weaker, basically in general, because they all evolve so much later. So you can get like a tier 3 bug type before you even get like a stage 2 for like any other Pokemon, basically. Alright. I do kind of like Delibird. There's a charm to them that... Alright, here we go. Here we go. Alright. No, we want to bite Xatu. And bite Xatu, yeah. Ah! Doesn't get away with it. Shouldn't really do too much to either of us, but... Oh, Shad, I might need your help. What are you doing tomorrow? Sometime. I need to record lines for Scare. Busy tomorrow night. Damn. Yeah, I've got a call with Toothless at some point tomorrow when she's in Europe. But I know that wouldn't last too long because she's 5 hours ahead. So even her calling it like 5 or 6 would be, you know, 10 or 11 here. So, or 10 or 11 there. So. What are you doing Wednesday night? I'll stream a little bit, but I figured I'd... Alright. I can mess that guy up. Dumb piece of shit. Yeah, you guys are named after something you don't have. Hal will be gone. Yeah, that's what I've been doing since Allie left. Or Toothless left. Sorry. Gotta be better about that. But yeah, it's been my whole life doing nothing. I was like, I'll eat whatever I want and drink Coors Banquets, and instead I've been going to bed at like 8:30 and having like one beer. Get wrecked. Stantler, we can mock punch. Yeah, it didn't even take me 5 minutes before I'm like, I wonder how she's doing. Just immediately, yeah. It's gonna be like the off season. I'm probably gonna bring a TV into work or something to watch movies or some shit, cause I'm not gonna have enough to do, and I'll probably have to be there from 8 to 4. Misdreavus. Or bring my Switch in and just get a lot done on that. Tropius. I do like Tropius, but Ice Beam. It's just Mega Drain. Misdreavus. Although I think new guy starts when I'm gone. My uncle was able to find another nephew in a roundabout way of his to help fill in. A guy that used to be a surveyor, so he should have at least some experience reading prints. And yeah. So hopefully he does well. And that I know he was talking about, and I believe he mentioned it to Mason as well. Kind of like a quasi field office position. Like when he's not needed in the field, being in the office, and when he's not in the office, being out in the field. But which I think would be good, because they want at least 3 people in the office, which is fair. It's what we needed. That workload was getting a little too much, even when it was just me. Just because I was handling all the paving side of things anyway. That's just a lot more time consuming. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Let's... Gonzab's key. What is it, like TM? Thief is going to be my guess. Oh, Shadow Ball. Yeah, thank you, thank you. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice having help. And that's if he cuts it, but I think the guy was confident enough that he negotiated a little bit of salary. That was one of those where my uncle's like, all right, well, if you negotiate for a higher salary, your window of, you know, your window of time of, you know, grace period for learning the job goes down because you negotiated higher and you believed in yourself a little more with that. Whereas, like, yes, you're making more money, but also if you aren't cutting it, then you hit the road sooner for you know, if you were making higher money, which is fair. I think the guy will do fine. He's like 24, but he's only worked 3 jobs, never been fired from any of them, and they've always tried to keep him, and he's just left because they couldn't match the offer. So I'm like, that's the kind of guy that I think will do good, especially being a surveyor. That's enough experience in an adjacent field that I'm confident. And then the off season will be nice. We can either just split first half, last half of the day, or do, all right, you're Monday through Wednesday this week, and I'm Thursday, Friday, and vice versa. Or we just split half days on Wednesdays. My uncle's like, so long as there's someone in here at all, 8 to 4 at all times during the winter, he's like, I don't really give a shit how you break it up. He said, you guys can get a part-time job, you can do whatever. He's like, just be in here. Because John, one of the owners, back when he was just striping and working for his dad, he used to go get a job delivering pizzas in the winter. But, all right. Well, Shad, I appreciate you stopping in. Thank you to anybody else that might have passed through. You guys have a good night.